In this video, I'll show you how you can leverage the new ChatGPT image generator model to create fully shot animated stories with consistent characters for free. And the good news is that it's so simple that literally anyone can do it even if you have zero experience. First, we'll use ChatGPT to create our characters, visuals, and a storyline. Then we'll use a separate AI tool to turn the images into fully animated videos. Finally, I'll show you how to edit it all together with music and sound effects in CapCut. After watching this video, you'll know exactly how to create videos like this, because I will show you every step that goes into it from start to finish. Before we get started, I created a free step-by-step checklist with links to all the tools I'll be using that you can use to follow along the video and save some time. It's in the top of the description, so make sure to access that before continuing to watch. Now, let's get into the first step of the tutorial. When creating animated stories like this, ChatGPT can do a lot of the work for us. We're going to use a GPT that has been trained specifically to generate these types of videos. Start off by opening up ChatGPT and click on this button to the right that says Explore GPTs. Now go to the search bar, type in Animation Script Builder, and click on Start Chat. Here you can describe the topic you want to create a story about. For example, I want to create a story about a boy playing football with his dad, so I'll write a prompt that looks something like this. Write a 3D animated script about a boy playing soccer with his dad on a sunny day in their backyard. Then hit enter and ChatGPT will ask you a few questions about the details, like how many characters there are, what the characters look like, and the animation style you're looking for. Now you want to write a prompt where you answer all of these questions. For example, there are two characters, a young boy and his father. Go ahead and choose the characteristics of the characters. I prefer a Pixar style animation. Personally, I'm a huge Pixar fan, so I'll go with that, but you can choose any animation style you want. As you can see, it has now generated a description of both of our characters. So next, we want to create the actual images of them. To do this, write a prompt where you ask ChatGPT to go ahead and create images for the characters. Hit generate, and it'll visualize both of our characters that will be used in all of the scenes. And as you can see, they look like they're taken out of a Pixar movie. Next, we want to create a script and storyline, which is where the GPT model we're using is super helpful. Because by just entering a prompt, asking it to create a script for scene 1, it'll set up a storyline, in-depth descriptions of each shot, image prompts, video prompts, and basically everything we need to create this video. From here, you want to start generating images for each shot. To generate an image for the first one, I'll write, create the image for the first shot, followed by the aspect ratio you want. I'll go with 16:9, which is the YouTube format. This will signalize ChatGPT to use the image to text prompt for shot 1. This is the image it came up with. Now you want to continue doing the same thing until you've generated images for all of the shots. I've now generated all of the images, and notice how it's keeping the characters consistent throughout the entire story without me even having to instruct it to do so. The clothing, their appearance, the environment is all staying the exact same. Now that you've generated images for all of your scenes, we need to turn them into fully animated videos. There are a lot of different AI tools you can use for this. The problem with most of them is that you need to pay for a subscription, which is why we'll be using a tool called Kling AI that will give you enough free credits to animate all of your images. So head over to Kling AI. You'll find a link to it in the step-by-step document. Here you want to sign up for a free account with your email address. Once you're on the homepage, you want to go to the right and click on Video, which will take you to the animation tool. Start off by clicking right here and upload the image for the first shot. This is where the image to video prompt ChatGPT gave us earlier comes in. So go back there and copy the image to video prompt for the first shot and then paste it into this box. Before generating it, there's a little trick I found that makes the animation look even better. If you click on Inspiration and Presets, you'll find a couple of animation presets to choose from. Here you want to go with the one called Camera Zoom In, which will add some extra movement. Finally, click on Generate and we'll get something like this. For this one, I used the Kling 1.6 model, but when you do this, it'll probably be set to Kling 2.0, which is their more advanced model. The problem with that one though is that each generation costs 100 credits, which is not going to get you far on a free plan. Here's a comparison between the 1.6 and 2.0 model, and as you can see, the 2.0 model is quite a lot smoother. It's really good for scenes like this with a lot of movement, but if it's a still scene, it doesn't make that much of a difference. However, if you're on the free plan, I'd recommend you go with the 1.6 model since it's only 35 credits per generation. Anyway, now you just want to repeat this process on all of the other images until all of them are animated. Here you can see a few examples of how mine turned out. Now let's move on to the next step, adding voiceovers. Earlier, ChatGPT gave us a dialogue for some of the prompts when the character is saying something. For example, here in shot 2, the boy is saying, "You can't get past." To create a voiceover for this, we need to use a text-to-speech tool like ElevenLabs, which in my opinion is the one with the most realistic voices. So head over there, click on Text to Speech, and paste in the dialogue from ChatGPT. Pick a voice that matches the character and hit Generate Speech. Sometimes it can mess up the pronunciation, so you might have to regenerate it a couple of times before downloading it. Next, go back to Kling AI and find the clip you want to add a voiceover to. Then click on this button that says Lip Sync, upload local dubbing, and finally upload the file we just downloaded from 11 Labs. Then hit Generate, and it'll automatically add the voiceover and lip sync it with the character. Now, continue adding voiceovers the same way to all the clips that have a dialogue in them. Once they're all done and you've created all the images, animations, and lip syncing, the final thing we have to do is editing it all together. You can use any editing software you want for this. Personally, I like Premiere Pro, but since I told you I'd show you how to do this for free, we're going to use CapCut. Start off by creating a new project and import all of the animated videos. Then drag them to the timeline one by one in chronological order and cut out any parts you don't want. Now, the final thing you have to do, which is extremely important, is the sound design. It's the difference between a good video and a great video. The reason a lot of people struggle with this is because they don't know where to find sound effects. So I'm about to show you 2 ways to do it for free. The first method is using a website like Pixabay that has thousands of sound effects available for free. All you gotta do is head over to their website, click on sound effects, and search for the sound you're looking for. Once you've found one you like, just click on the download button to the right. The second method is actually even more simple. A few years ago, I started collecting all the most useful and viral sound effects I use for my own videos in a Google Drive folder, which I recently made public for anyone to use. In there, you'll find any sound effect you need, and if you want it for yourself, you'll find it inside the step-by-step document. So, now I'll just spend some time collecting sound effects using these 2 methods and start adding them to the video. I've now added all the sound effects we need, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of them, and I recommend you do the same thing. If there's one thing you should spend some extra time on, it's the sound design. Before I show you the final result, I wanted to say that if you found this video valuable, I've actually just started a community for people who are as interested as I am in AI strategies like this one. Learning about AI is a very good use of your time, because if you look at Google Trends, you'll see that AI automation is at an all-time high in popularity, and the demand for it is like nothing we've ever seen before. So investing some time, learning more about this skill can be life-changing knowledge. We've even seen Silicon Valley CEOs describing it as the internet in the 90s. I'm looking for you who want to learn more about how to leverage AI to create content and optimize your business, because in there I'll be sharing secret AI tools, tutorials, video assets, and a bunch of other stuff. Since I just started it, it's free to join for the first 100 members. So click the link in the description right now and join if you want to learn how to crush it with AI in the future. Now let's take a look at how the final video turned out.
Me.
Oh yeah? Then watch this.
You're cheating!
No, I'm not.
Nice try, Dad!
Alright, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMM and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.